Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform, our platform, to become your spiritual server. And welcome, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising, or for anybody who just wants to hang out with the Libra Tribe, to your August 2018 report. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and let's dive into the cards, into the astrology, into the energies, the ethers, what's happening for you. Wow. I'm just going to go with you're the first sign that gets 3 cards. I wonder what they could be. We have the card of change, the card of communication, and the card of dynamic. That's kind of interesting. Like I said, you're the first line that just got 3 cards and just fell out. I'm just going to roll with it. So it says we have change. The number is 12. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Communication. Communication is the frequency of communication, supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms, reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Then we do have the card of dynamic as well. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin or frequency. It helps us to put together reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. This is really awesome. This is really Venus in your sign. This really is. You know, Venus has been quite the interesting year as far as a lot of the aspects that it's made. And this is definitely a year of great change. You know, for you, that solar eclipse in Leo was for you your 11th house. So this very much has to do with communication, people, organizations, and working with others, helping others. And communication, of course, is key. And I think Venus coming back into your sign is, of course, reminding you, you know, Venus rules your sign, to run every piece of information through your heart. And this is what makes you a sign of peace and harmony, because you naturally want to help others and seek peace and balance and harmony within your relationships. Although Libras can have a tendency to outsource a lot of their power, and they sometimes have a tendency to allow themselves to be stepped on by other people. But really, the empowered Libra is one who first loves themselves, and then is able to affect change and find peace and harmony and balance with other people. So it's about seeking that peace and harmony within yourself first, and then, of course, bringing that to the collective. You do have the ruler of that Aquarius energy, though, Uranus retrograde, in your 8th house of transformation. So your sense of value and worth is transforming in a super powerful way, even though Uranus is only in the first 2 degrees of Taurus, and it will be coming back into Aries. There's 7th house, though, relationships. So there is definitely going to be some sort of revolution within the way that you relate to people, the way that you act within your relationships. Hopefully this is coming from a place where you acknowledge your heart first. You run information and communication through your heart first. So change is on the horizon. You are going to be bringing together multiple elements and dynamic elements to find peace and harmony within them. Let's see what else we have in store for you this month, Libra. Okay. I think you've been wanting to act on your heart's desires, but the fact that Mars went, this card wants to come out, the fact that Mars went retrograde in your 5th house of Aquarius, and of course came back into Capricorn, which squares your energy, and while it is exalted in Capricorn too, but I think you wanted to take action on certain aspects of your heart that you wanted to communicate, but you've been finding that you kind of had to go through this review period to make sure that you were coming from a place of unconditional love, that you are coming from your heart's place. We have Interesting. We have the Knight of Wands. But we also have the King of Cups. So two kind of energies are rather interesting. The Knight of Wands is someone who rushes into battle. They're very passionate about their cause. They're very passionate about their passion, and they really get behind it. But it's coupled with the King of Cups, which is beautiful. And I think this can be you communicating with people with these energies since they're core cards. So yes, the Knight of Wands can be an Aries, more than likely it is, an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And the King of Cups could be a water sign, either a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. But I almost feel like with this, for you, I felt like these are actually aspects of yourself, where the Knight of Wands is going to be sort of this Mars energy or this action energy of you, where you want to go forward and you want to go for your passions and really communicate your heart. We also had the King of Cups here, though, and the King of Cups here is reminding you to have compassion for yourself and reminding you to have compassion for other people. The King of Cups is one of my favorite cards in the deck. The King of Cups reminds me, it's the king who, and I mentioned this in a video I had earlier with an interview that I actually had with someone, which was freaking incredible, amazing. You know, check it out. We'll either make a video about it later or post it in the description and a video later where I had a talk with Philip Daniel Miles, and that was freaking awesome. But in that discussion, I talked about how the King of Cups is the king who, you know, if someone comes into his court, and someone comes into his throne room, and he's sitting upon his throne, and someone comes in there asking for a favor, or asking for some type of, asking for something, the King of Cups isn't going to be one to like, oh, well, what can you provide for me? What can you give for me? What can you provide for us in this kingdom? No, the King of Cups gladly invites this person to their home, gives them food and water if they need them, gives them clothes if they need them, and shows that more compassionate and loving side before inquiring about the person's story that has come into his court, before inquiring about whatever favor that person wants to ask of him. So it's like, this is reminding you, Libra, to, yes, go for your passion and go for your wants, but remember to have compassion for yourself and other people. Remember that. And remember, of course, that communication is key. Communication is key within any relationship. As you know, you are one of the most savvy signs of the zodiac. You are cardinal air, so you know how to direct communication. You know how to direct air. You are the natural airbender. You are Aang. But you have to remember that, you know, yes, you can be savvy, you can be charismatic, but you want to make sure that you are being compassionate still. We do have the Queen of Swords that's popped up. We've been getting a lot of court cards in these readings. The Queen of Swords. Anyways, that is your energy, Libra. You know, the Queen of Swords. So remember peace and harmony and balance. Remember to find that place. And the Queen of Swords, she does not take any prisoners. She is about her business. But at the same time, it's learning to be open and receptive to other people's ideas and thoughts, and not necessarily accepting them as your own, but being open to what other people have to say. That's kind of bringing in that energy of the dynamic, harmonizing between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency, bringing together different elements. So yeah, you can still stick to your guns, but understand that everyone has a unique perspective, and everyone has a truth, and you want to be open to that truth. Okay, what else do we have here? Bottom of the deck, we actually have, it's funny, Cancer got this card too. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So there definitely seems to be some overlap between Libra and Cancer, and I would definitely say Aries too. But it seems like all of the signs of the different modalities, there was some type of crossover. We also have the Page of Cups under that. And then we have, look at that, Justice, which is your card. There's a reason why I kept going. I knew there was a reason why I kept going with that. And then we have these three cards right here, which is the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Wands reverse, and the Tower reverse. So there is something coming to an end, but it's a great blessing. There is something coming to an end, Libra, but it is a great, great blessing. Now, I'm not exactly sure what it is. It could be a work situation, a living situation. Perhaps you're going to move to another place. Perhaps there's a relationship. But something's coming to an end. But it's going to release you of all this stress that you've been carrying. And it's something that's been collapsing for a while, and you probably have been aware of it. But now it's finally going to crumble. But it's going to bring about some positive and powerful change in your life. Change. Right? But we also have these cards right over here, right? We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Justice card reverse and the Page of Cups reverse. So I feel like this could be speaking to you wanting to seek some type of justice from the universe. Maybe you've been feeling like things haven't been balanced or things haven't been harmonized. And the Page of Cups energy is going to kind of have you in this space where you're going to, certainly, like you said, you're going to be wanting to go for things, but emotionally, you're going to be feeling a little dragged. You're going to be feeling like, you're going to be feeling like there hasn't been justice. You're going to be feeling that way. But the Knight of Pentacles is asking you to kind of not get super caught up in that aspect, but to think more logically and more grounded and see the purpose of this change that you're going through, the purpose of this transformation that you are going through, and just how powerful it really can be. And this is really a reaction, of course, to Uranus being in your 8th house and it's retrograde. So the planet of the humanitarian, the rebel, definitely helping other people, but also not being afraid to just show their unique self and who they are, and their ingenuity is in the sign of the 8th house. And, which is naturally ruled by Scorpio, death and transformation. So there is definitely some type of transformation that's happening. But Taurus, is also the sign of value and self-worth. So you have to this is actually you learning to value change. You learning to value this transformation. And while it might not be easy at first to accept, even though it may not seem just at first, it really is. And there's actually something incredible that's being formed as a result of it. And a great fortune to be had. Let's see what else we have in store here for my beautiful Libras. Okay. Card that just popped out that fell on top of the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands is the Nine of Wands. So you actually are more prepared for this change than you realize. You're more prepared for this change than you give yourself credit for. I'm hearing SpongeBob. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't know if any of you all watched that show, but that's what I'm kind of hearing. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the World card. And we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is what's happening. You are definitely manifesting, and you are now going to be receiving this abundance from the earth, from Gaia, from Source. And the world is really going to start to open up for you, Libra. Change is coming. And maybe it's like, maybe you've kept yourself in a particular situation that you thought gave yourself power. Maybe even gave you a strange sense of comfort. Maybe by making yourself small and by outsourcing your happiness to other people has kept you in a safe and secure place. And right now you are having to really change things up. I mean, the universe is communicating to you to be dynamic, to be bold, to go forward, but to still have compassionate, to still hold space for yourself, and to still seek peace and harmony within yourself before you go out through the day. But the Nine of Swords is reverse. So that's saying to me that this anxiety, this worry, this fear that your life is changing, you wondering whether or not you'll be able to handle it, that's falling away, because I don't think the universe will be presenting with you with this opportunity, with this powerful moment to change, if you could not handle it. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups, and it's in reverse. So that could be speaking to there actually being a lack of options. And below that's the Four of Cups. So the feeling of there being a lack of options is from you just constantly contemplating on your situation. And this makes sense because we have a lot of energies retrograde, but guess what? Your ruling planet is not. So that means that you actually have an opportunity to kind of get up and go. And yes, Venus will retrograde back into your sign later, and you're going to be feeling that, of course. But as of right now, this is actually a unique opportunity for you to move forward in a powerful way. More so than a lot of the other signs, because your ruling planet happens to be moving forward. So you actually are ready for this change. You are ready to step into this new life. You are ready to step into this new self, where you definitely consider your own peace and harmony first. And that's actually how you're going to be able to bridge that peace and harmony to other people and actually reveal to them that they have the opportunity every single day to cultivate that within themselves as well. So do not be afraid of the change. Don't be scared now. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Let's see what else we have for you. I'm already shuffling this, even though you have 4 cards, but 3 cards of this, but let's go ahead and draw a 4th. So I'm already shuffling it, and it just kind of happened automatically. But let's just go ahead and, to wrap up this reading for Libra, what else was Libra energy need to know about the rest of the month of August? Wow. Remembrance. Leo also got this. So that just lets me know that this eclipse is really powerful for you. This is happened for you in your 11th house. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So remember that inner peace and that truth. Remember that change is the only thing that is constant, and there is actually great beauty in that. Remember that you have a powerful opportunity to bend the element of air in a very proficient way, which means that you are kind of the type that can talk yourself out of situations, and for you even, affirmations would be very, very powerful, because it's literally setting the intention through speaking these manifestations and these affirmations and learning to direct them. And you actually are going to be communicating this to the universe. So for you, Libra, and really for all air signs, but for you, Libra, a powerful practice to take on this August would be affirmations. I am amazing. I am loved. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am creative. I am empowered. I am infinite. By really invoking those energies out and communicating that to the universe, you will see the positive, beautiful change that you desire. That is it for your reading, Libra. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really, really, really appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below to theAquarianAdepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.